mistakes. I know you're looking out your window. Think you'll be happier in some other place. Well, that's alright, alright. You know that dreaming is a horrible way.
Though it came about in 2010, I was just kind of at the end of another project, and I wasn't really sure what to do. I was a bit lost, to be honest, and a good friend of mine convinced me to start another band, and I was very drunk, and it was my 30th birthday, and there was a little bar called El Prado, and I agreed to start another band. And then a month later I met this guy Sean, and I'd just written a new song that I really liked, and he wanted to hear it. And that afternoon he wrote me back, and he's like, hey, do you need a bass player? And those are always really hard to find. I don't know if you've tried to find bass players before, but they're quite difficult. So I was like, yeah, alright, we're a band. And so from then we decided we'd write for a year. This is in 2010, in May. And we spent a year writing songs, and another one of my friends, Joe, was writing with us as well. And our idea was to try and start the band with stuff ready to go, so at the first concert ever we played that people could just take it away, and we wanted it to be a real thing, you know. And so yeah, we worked really hard and recorded a bunch of stuff at home, and since then we've done about 180 shows, and we're on that EP, and we're just finishing the album now. It's going to come out next year, and it's been a crazy ride, man. Like, we've got 6 people in the band now. Everyone sings live. It feels really good, and we've done a bunch of European touring. We've been really lucky to get on some touring over there and some touring here in the US. It feels like we're just lighting a bunch of fires and seeing how bright we can let them burn, you know. So that's pretty much where we're at the moment. It's very early days, and it's very small, but it feels good, you know. I've been in this neighborhood for 4 years now, and when I first got here I only knew one person, and so for me to be able to go out to a bar now and see at least 5 New Zealanders that I know, it's the new Grey Lynn. You know, I used to live in Grey Lynn around 2000, and it was still pretty ghetto then, I guess, but it's kind of got that same sort of vibe. Like, I'll walk down the street and I'll see friends from here in LA, and also friends from New Zealand just at their different various houses, and they're all working on some recording project, and they're borrowing something off you and you're borrowing something off them, and it's almost like we're just all in some big American like music camp or something. It's pretty fun. Like, I grew up in Whangarei, and I remember being like 14 and going down to the travel agent and trying to ask them how to get a green card because I wanted to move here. I really wanted to since I was young. I used to tell my high school teacher I'm going to get a record deal and go to America, and they'd just laugh. But we're here now, and we're doing that. I mean, we're making art, and I think to make art you've got to live life and document it. And so if you don't live life and you don't go and try shit out and actually ask questions, then you know you don't really have anything to talk about. And I think when you're talking about something, I guess for me now the biggest change for me is I've stopped making statements and I've started asking questions, and I've done that in my art as well. And it's just something that I'm figuring out still. I'm not there by any means. I've been in band since I was 14. I'm 33 years old now. And the one thing I've learned that has never changed is the only thing that matters, the only thing that's ever mattered, is that you have to write a good song. End of story. And whether you've got a tambourine and a microphone, or you've got a $100,000 Pro Tools rig, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is the song. The truth is that you'll know if it's a good song because you won't be able to stop it. It'll just keep going. Once you've got a good song, all else, the only other thing you need is luck and timing. And I think if you can get those two things, then it's on. But I've seen friends that have had amazing songs and have been unlucky as well. So it's like you've also got to be able to be comfortable with giving it your best shot and knowing you did that and tempting fate. And if you tempt fate and it happens, fuck yeah. And if you don't tempt fate at all, then you'll never know.
Some other place, well, that's all right.